In this video, we're going to be talking about energy vampires, how energy vampires suck energy, and how you can protect yourself. Hello, my name is Rowlands and I'm a nutritional balancing practitioner, and I'm here to help others heal, develop and live more harmoniously in this chaotic world. If you are new to this channel and want to keep up with the latest content, please hit subscribe and smash the like button. Also, please sign up to our newsletter, as it's the only way for us to be sure in the future you will see our videos. Have you ever been around an individual and felt drained, depressed or out of sorts after the interaction? If you have most likely been in contact with an energy vampire. Unfortunately, in today's world, we are surrounded by energy vampires. In fact, you've probably vampirized other people yourself in some way at some point in your life. We've all done it. However, some people do it chronically, and this is what we'll be talking about today. Taking energy from others means you upset their own energy field. The energy field of a human is a real physical entity. Some call it chi, prana, orgone energy or ether. In quantum physics, it's called quantum mesh, and it gives life to all things in the universe. It is supposed to run down the body and up the back. In Chinese medicine, this is called the microcosmic orbit. This is not the case for many people today. When you hear words like upset, mixed up, stuck up, etc., this is an indicator that a person's energy field is either moving the wrong way or spinning in the wrong direction. When this happens, it literally feels like some life energy has been taken from the individual. They often feel anxious, depressed, fatigued, upset and confused. The reason is because they have been vampirized and energy has been taken from one individual to another. Because energy vampirism is such a common issue today, it is absolutely imperative to understand it and pick up on it when it is happening to yourself. Often, this is the only way to ensure that you can ground your own energy, or even better, remove yourself from a situation in order to keep your vital life energy and sometimes sanity. So how do people vampirize others? There are literally thousands of ways people get vampirized. One excellent way of figuring out whether someone is taking your energy is to tune in to whether someone is vampirizing you by constantly asking yourself, is this person taking subtle energy away from me? Do I feel more depressed, more fatigued, more confused around this person? If you can feel your energy before you engage with someone and then feel the change in your energy when you're around someone else, you can feel whether your energy has improved or been taken. Usually, however, a full development program, which we will discuss at the end of this video, is one of the only ways to fully get in tune with your own energy field. Here are some of the most common ways people vampirize others. The most common is often with words and gestures. A person may clearly be verbally abusive to another. This is a more obvious way of vampirism. We have all seen someone use harsh, abusive words to literally suck life energy from another. However, in many instances, it can be more subtle. For example, a backhanded compliment or a mocking of another person's persona. Many people don't even realise they are doing it, but for some, it becomes chronic. Energetically, women tend to use words to take energy more than men. One of the main reasons is that physiologically, males tend to be stronger and can therefore often overpower a woman. Because of this, females tend to use words and gossip to steal energy from others. But this is not exclusive. Unfortunately, this way of vampirism can become very vindictive and harmful, and this is an excellent way of taking energy from others. Men, on the other hand, can be more physical, again, not exclusively. Abuse and rape is not uncommon and is a powerful way of taking energy from another individual. Unfortunately, being on the end of vampirism can happen from a young age. This often can cause long-term damage to an individual that can affect them for the rest of their lives. Verbal and physical abuse instills trauma into young children. These children either become a victim of vampires and then go on to becoming doormats for the vampires growing up, or the child may understand subconsciously what is happening to them, and then they can learn to become a vampire themselves. You can split energy vampirism up into yin energy taking and yang energy taking. Yang energy taking tends to be more physical, so things like intimidation, threats and violence. On the other hand, yin methods of vampirism tend to be seduction, pleasuring, flattery or spoiling another. Many parents, for example, mollycoddle their children, making the child to be totally dependent on them. This is a very subtle way of stealing energy, because on the outside it looks as if the parents truly love their children and do everything for them. In reality, they force a child to not be very independent, and as a result, the parents take energy away from the child. The parents are either aware of this, or it could be subconscious, instilled into them usually from their own upbringing. This is a generational block that needs to be fixed at some point. The development program can be excellent for this. Experienced vampires can quickly switch from one mode of vampirism to another. This can massively confuse their victims, which often come in the form of unhealthy relationships. They may shout, cry, or become angry, creating a drama within the household. Then suddenly, when the time is right, become gentle, sweet, and caring. This form of energetic abuse can go on for years, sucking the victim's energy dry. Often, it takes the relationship to break up for the energy stealing to stop. Victims of energy vampirism find it hard to remove themselves from the relationship. They somehow get tricked into thinking they are needed because they provide their partner with some vital energy, hoping that one day the energy will come back to them in one way or another because they have successfully changed their partner. This, of course, never happens, and often women and men will stay in abusive relationships for years, often protecting their partner or even making up excuses for them, even when their friends and family warn them of the dangers. This is often called Stockholm Syndrome. Another powerful way of taking energy from others is through sex. Sex is a deep bonding between two people. A deep energetic exchange always takes place in such interactions. Often, however, one person can use sex to vampirize another. Some women, for example, get a buzz or a charge from sex that literally charges them up like a battery. These individuals are usually chronic vampires. Their seventh energy center is often closed. The seventh energy center, or the God center, is where one's main source of energy should come from. When it is closed, usually because of some sort of trauma, a vampire uses other means of taking energy. Sex is one of them, making their partner overdo sex, often just to increase their vital energy force and for nothing else. Others, including men, are addicted to sexual fluid and crave the life force energy it provides. These sorts of interactions are very damaging for the party who keeps losing their vital sexual fluid. Some people just use sex for pleasure and don't particularly love or care for another. This becomes a constant strain on the person who is showing some love. They often feel their partners love them by wanting to constantly have sex, but are confused and mixed up when they understand that they only seem to get attention and care when they have sex. This can be terribly confusing. We say energy vampires tend to live their lives from their lower energy centers, the root, sexual and ego centers. The top 4 are closed, or at least partly. If someone is living mainly from the root, they only love another person because they provide security, safety or finances. From the sexual center, a person provides them with sex or sexual fluid. From the third, the individual can manipulate others using the mind and ego through things like gaslighting, manipulation, confusion, and more. These energy centers tend to take energy, whereas the upper 4, the heart, throat, third eye, and crown, tend to give in their nature. We can see likely energy vampirism on hair mineral analysis tests. Some of the most obvious are 1. An adult with a fast oxidation rate. Number 2, a double vampire pattern, which is an adult with a fast oxidation rate with a sodium over potassium ratio greater than about 3. And 3, a triple vampire pattern, which is an adult with a fast oxidation rate, a sodium over potassium ratio greater than about 3, and a calcium over magnesium ratio greater than about 9.5. We can also see patterns where an individual is likely to be a victim of vampirism. These are 1. Any slow oxidizer with a sodium over potassium ratio less than about 2.5. Number 2, any hair test with a sodium level of about 1 or 2. 3, a deep bowl pattern in a slow oxidizer. 4, the calcium magnesium ratio is greater than about 13.5. And lastly, 5, many if not most people with a 4 lows pattern. As you can see, energy vampirism is a real thing and it happens constantly on a consistent basis. It is imperative, therefore, to not only understand how energy vampirism works, but also to incorporate measures into your life to counteract the vampirism that goes off. Here are a few critical things to do. Number 1, ensure that you are on a complete nutritional balancing and development program. By healing the body deeply, some amazing things start to occur. Your energy field flows properly, i.e. down the body. You become a more solid and hard to mix up individual. As you heal, your vibration increases and you will no longer be compatible surrounded by energy vampires. You will naturally be around people who give energy and not take. Unhealthy relationships will have to be purged and family members will realise they can no longer steal your energy. I cannot stress how important it is to be on a development program. Please email lewis@deephealing.com for more information. Number 2, become more aware. Watch this video over and over, read articles on energy vampirism. Some books like The Celestine Prophecy and The Road Less Travelled discuss vampirism. By becoming aware of when your energy shifts or what people do to take your energy will ensure you can prevent it from occurring to you. Number 3, take all new relationships slowly. Many people come across as sweet and innocent, but you truly do not know someone straight away. Be sure to test your suitors and don't get into deep sexual relationships quickly. Many people dive in and realise too late that their partner is literally sucking their energy. Number 4, ideally work for yourself and set up your own business. Only in this way can you be sure of your surroundings and who you come into contact with in a working environment. Many bosses and work staff vampirize their staff, and often you will never know until you start a job. So that's it. Thanks for watching this short extract of a very long and in-depth topic of energy vampirism. If you would like to begin a nutritional balancing program, then please email me at lewis@deephealingspace.com. or visit our website at www.deephealingspace.com. Next month, I will be giving away a free hair analysis chart to one individual. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and tell me one thing you have learned on this video in the comment section. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Be vigilant and never let anyone steal your energy.